Hello, welcome to this slow English practice. Today I will talk about how to learn a new skill, especially how to learn a new language. In our case, how to learn English. Let's begin. Learning a new skill is something that many people want to do at some point in their lives. Some people want to learn a new language. Some people want to learn how to play a musical instrument. Others want to learn how to cook, how to paint, how to exercise. There are many different skills that we can learn. However, learning something new is not always easy. At the beginning, everything can feel difficult. You make mistakes, you forget things, you feel like you are not improving, and sometimes you ask yourself, am I really going to be able to do this? Maybe you have felt this way before. Maybe you are learning English and sometimes you feel frustrated because you don't see progress. And that's why today I am here to tell you about this process. I want to tell you some things I learned from my own experience learning English and also from helping other people learn. I understand this feeling very well because I experienced the same feeling when I was learning English. When I started learning English, I felt sometimes completely lost. I remember listening to English and understanding almost nothing. I heard people speaking and I couldn't separate the words. I saw vocabulary everywhere, but I didn't know how to use it in context or in a sentence. I didn't know how to connect my ideas. I had to learn many things little by little. I learned new words. I practiced pronunciation. I tried to create sentences. I listened to English again and again, and slowly my brain started making connections. It was not a fast process. It took me years, several years. But every small step helped me move forward. And this is something I always tell my students because sometimes they tell me, Teacher, I feel like I am not making progress. And I understand them because I had the same feeling several years ago. That's why I always tell my students to be patient with themselves, with their process. I always tell them, hey, give yourself time. Do not hurry your learning process. Learning something new depends on many things. It depends on the time you spend practicing. It depends on your mindset, on your consistency, and many other things. Everyone has a different learning process. Some people learn faster in one area, and other people need more time. I also tell my students to celebrate their achievements. Maybe today you understand one new sentence. Maybe today you pronounce a word better. Maybe you understand a video that was difficult before. Those achievements matter. They show you that you are moving forward. One of the first steps when learning a new skill is accepting that you are a beginner. This sounds simple, but sometimes it is difficult. Many people start learning something and they expect themselves to learn or to be good immediately. They expect to understand everything. They expect to remember everything, but learning does not work like that. When learning a new language, you first learn simple words, then you create simple sentences, then you start understanding more, then you communicate your ideas better. Little by little, your brain creates connections, and one day you realize that something difficult before is now easier. I'm learning Portuguese this year, and every day I try to learn new words. I try to use those words in sentences related to my life because I think it helps me remember them better. Some days I remember many words, and other days I forget some things. But the thing here is that I don't pressure myself. I go little by little. So, this is the way I practice every day. I try to create new sentences, including vocabulary I already know, instead of including vocabulary I don't know. For example, bom dia, o meu nome é a Tatiana. Eu ensino inglês online. As minhas aulas são muito divertidas. Eu moro em Medellín. Eu sou da Colômbia. Eu tenho um irmão e uma irmã. A minha mãe é muito bonita. O meu pai é muito simpático. Eu gosto de café sem açúcar. Eu estudo português todos os dias, mas, sobretudo, de noite. And this is something you can do when learning a language. Use the language to talk about yourself, your family, your hobbies, your experiences, your daily life. Doing it this way, it will be very easy for you. Nowadays, learning alone is easier than ever. We have access to many resources. You can learn from videos, you can listen to podcasts, you can read books, you can use several apps. However, learning alone has also challenges. Sometimes people have too many options. They watch one video today, tomorrow they start a different method, next week they try another strategy, and after some time they feel confused because they are learning many things, but they don't have a clear direction. When you learn alone, it is important to have a plan, know what you are learning, know why you are learning it, and know how you are going to practice that. Another important thing about learning a new skill is consistency. It means doing something regularly, even if you do a small amount. For example, learning English for 15 minutes every day, reading a few pages every night, practicing pronunciation for a few minutes in the morning. Small actions repeated many times create big results. Learning alone is possible. I did it. I learned English by myself, but learning with guidance can make the process easier. A teacher or someone with experience can help you avoid many mistakes. They can help you understand what you need to learn first. They can help you choose better strategies. They can correct mistakes that you can't notice. Sometimes learners think, why I can understand English, but I can't speak. A teacher can help you understand those problems because a good teacher is not someone who only gives you information. A good teacher is someone who guides you through the process. They understand that every student learns differently. Sometimes students need explanations, sometimes they need practice, and sometimes they need someone who reminds them that they are improving. So remember, learning a new skill requires patience. There will be days you feel motivated. There will be days you feel tired. There will be days when you wonder if you are improving. But progress is not always visible immediately. Sometimes you are improving little by little without noticing. And one day you look back and realize, wow, I can do something that was impossible for me before. Thank you for listening and for practicing English with me today. I hope this video helps you improve your listening, learn new vocabulary, and feel more confident learning English. Remember, small steps every day can create big changes. Bye.